It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
After we heard about Kat's shopping tendencies, should she be in prison? Is this that big of a deal, and are you guilty of it? We'll find out exactly what we're talking about and why coming up in the podcast in a couple of seconds. Let's go! Sam was first in this morning. Good morning, Samantha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I know you want to talk about your relationship, so what's your question for Psychic Kim?
I've been seeing this guy for a few months now, and I'm just wondering if I should still pursue it.
All right, Kim, what does it look like? Should she continue with this dude, or it sounds like she's unsure to begin with?
Yeah, I got hesitation when you said relationship. I don't think it's going to go the way you want.
What are the red flags for you already, Sam? Does he eat grapes from the grocery store without paying for them? No. All right, well, I mean, you obviously have a hesitation.
I was feeling really good about it I was feeling really good about it for a while, up until yesterday, actually. So
what happened yesterday?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but something happened, and
what
now
does
you're
it
like,
rhyme with? Schmugs? Schmalcohol?
Oh.
Schmealing?
No.
All right.
Schmail time? Okay, so obviously Kim says this probably isn't going to go the way you want, so maybe your intuition is right.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. It's tough when you don't want to share everything, and I get that, right? Like you're on the radio, you're in front of all these people. Let's talk to Amy next. Good morning, Amy. How you doing?
Good morning. Good. How are you guys?
Good. Are you getting married this Saturday?
Yep.
Well, hey, congratulations. I can hear the joy in your voice.
Where are you getting married?
In Roseville. That's where we live.
Kat's looking to crash another wedding. She's like, wait, you got free booze? I'm in there.
No, I'm just saying that was one of your questions is hopefully the weather is nice. And Saturday, you have a 20% chance of slight thunderstorms and 87 for the high.
Perfect. It's a perfect day to get married.
I agree.
So
I agree.
What's your question on your newfound wedded bliss?
Well, this isn't our first marriage. This is our second go around, and
Wait, with
we
the
are
same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the question would be...
he's sitting right next to me. So we're just looking at just what do you think?
Like, is it gonna take this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kim?
Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Emphatic
you guys
yeses.
you had a lot of work that you guys went through. And I feel like the troubles are in the past. The troubles are in the past. Create a new future. So it's good.
Yes.
That's amazing news.
Boy, Amy, really rolling the dice here, calling the radio show in front of everyone with him right next to you, just days away from your marriage going, is this a good idea?
The only reason why is because you know in your heart that it is, and you got the answer. So that's really cool.
Yes.
Since he's right next to you, what's his best quality?
That I tolerate her.
Fair enough. Tolerance. Listen,
I would just shut your mouth
it'll
right
go
now.
a long way, sir. I've been there. Well, good luck to you, kids. I hope you have a better go around this time. Looks like it's going to be good stuff.
Yes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Congrats. You're very, very welcome. Hello, Jackie. How are you today?
I am great. Thank you.
Let's talk about the siblings and the property. These are the issues you got going on right now, huh?
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm thinking, what Dad and Grandpa think we should do. Should somebody buy it? Should we sell it? Should we rent it? What lane are we supposed to go down?
All right, Kim, there's property and siblings. What should they do here?
Right away, I heard it needs to be fair, and I see a for sale sign. Somebody either needs to buy it, actually physically buy it, go through the process of selling it, then somebody buys it if they want it. Otherwise, just sell it. I hear give it away, sell it, let it go. It's not about the property that needs to be remembered by them. You already know in your heart who they are. You have those memories. So it's not about the property to be kept in the family, but if somebody wants to buy it, they're open to it. but I keep seeing a for sale sign.
So they don't necessarily have to sell it to somebody that's not in the family, but somebody from the family should be buying it outright.
Correct.
Okay.
Who deserves it the
Perfect.
most?
Who deserves it most?
Oh, clearly you
I
do,
think
Jackie.
Somebody else. Somebody else, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is where it gets sticky, right? Let's say you sell this property and you got a big chunk of cash and everybody thinks they deserve a different amount. I mean, you just got to split this up evenly, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, then that's super easy.
Yeah, it is. All right, so you get it for sale. Hopefully somebody inside the family takes it. Otherwise, you're sitting on a bunch of cash here soon.
Thank you.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Oh, are you stressed out right now or what?
A little bit.
Yeah, so you guys are building a house. Are you had like foundation and everything good to go already?
Yep, bought the lot, and now we're trying to build a house, but it's been a process.
So what's the question for Psychic Kim then?
If you see it being built this summer yet, any more red flags popping up?
Oh, that's no good.
This is going to be a little bit of a challenge to get things done this year. I feel like I'm getting pulled through the mud, and I'm watching everybody else have things line up in front of me, but I'm looking at my stuff, and it's like falling apart. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I can feel the anxiety, and I want to go in. I could see you actually trying to figure things out, how to get things to work. I hear you're going to be pushing November for you. Wow, before you get in there. Whew.
November. Wow.
Yeah, yep. I hear you stick to your beliefs. It's going to get done, but I keep feeling there's little hiccups, there's challenges along the way. And I hear stop comparing yourself, your situation to other people. Just really hone in on yourself and believe that it's going to get done. I hear there's certain people that you are not connecting with appropriately. I hear either lack of communication or the communication isn't being followed through. There's people that aren't doing their job too. So I kind of feel like putting a fire underneath their butt. So I hear get on them.
I heard you giggle right away, Carrie. There must be somebody that immediately came to mind that's not fulfilling their agreement, huh?
Kind of, yep.
Yeah.
They just need to know that you see them and their lack of hustle. And once they know that they're under the radar, normally they don't want to have their name smeared out there, especially if it's their business.
Listen, you start texting them this morning, hey, I was on with Kat and JJ and Psychic Kim, and they referred to you, so get your ass moving because I want to be in there by September, not November.
Pretty much.
All right. So, I mean, is November going to be a problem? Like, are you guys in a situation where you're out of your house and you're just kind of waiting?
Nope, we're not selling our house till the house is done. So.
That's a smart move. Glad that you're in a situation where that can happen. So it sounds like it will get done, just probably not in your time frame.
Yep. Nope, that's all right. No, it's okay.
Hang in there, Carrie. Have a great morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Kim, Kat, have either of you known anyone that got a house built on time?
No, and I've had a lot of friends that have built homes. My friend Kylie and Al, they're building a home right now, and you're supposed to add 6 months onto your timeline. And then if it's less, you're pleasantly surprised. But I always heard add 6 months on.
My parents built a home when I was in high school, and their builder told them a month. We'll give you a month on either side. If materials come in early, if we get a job that cancels. But they were kind of guaranteed because they were in the same situation. They were going to move in October. And he said, I can guarantee this will be done before the heavy snow flies.
Guarantee, huh?
And
all right.
I just haven't ever known anyone that got a house built on their date. Hi, Jen. How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Great. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Your question for Psychic Kim has to do with your sister, huh?
Yeah, we used to be really close. And I would say since COVID, she's been very distant and basically doesn't talk to me anymore. So
that's a long time.
Any insight on why it is.
So what are you seeing here, Kim? Anything popping out?
Right away, I felt like I don't feel good all of a sudden. Lots of junk showing up in my throat right now. So there is definitely something going on with her that she's pulling back. Wow, hang on here. I actually don't feel good. So I think she's actually got something physically going on with her that sometimes when somebody's sick, they withdraw and they pull back, or there's disruption in communication with people. Sometimes people actually get more angry, frustrated when they actually have physical things going on, but you don't. It's not like, oh, I have the flu, I feel crappy. It's more like those autoimmune type things that just kind of slowly stir up in people's bodies. Like you start getting more sick, you get inflammation coming on, and you just don't feel like yourself. That's kind of what's happening to her.
Kim, could it be like long COVID, since that's the timing, she said? So maybe she's dealing with just the people that have long COVID. That is nothing to mess around with. So,
yep.
Okay.
Jen, Jen, has she had anything previously that might be kind of flaring up?
I would say she's changed physically, like she's gained weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But since
so there's some inflammation. Yep, then there's inflammation coming on, and that can change people's personalities and pull away from people that they love. So I would honestly just try to keep talking to her, sending her messages saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. How are you doing? I hear nice and gentle and sweet. She just needs love and compassion right now.
So it's nothing that Jennifer did, though?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you. That makes me feel better. And I do send her a message. Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
You're welcome. Right back at you. We appreciate you being part of the show. Let's go to Kim. Oh, the other Kim. Kim number 2. Good morning, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We've had a lot of house talk already on the show this morning, and you're kind of in the same boat, huh?
Yes. My husband and I have been living in our house for 11 years now, and we've kind of outgrown it because we have a family. But we just came across a house for sale. We were not planning on moving, but I kind of fell in love with the place. But we're kind of at a crossroads, and I'm just wondering if Kim sees us staying where we're at and building an addition, or if she sees us in this new house.
Big one.
I hear you're going to stay. You're going to stay and build versus moving. That's kind of, I see you going through the process of looking at potentially buying and going through that. And I see like a big old stop sign, like something gets halted and you're like, whoa, maybe we are better off. And I hear correct. You are better off long-term to stay where you're currently at and just add on from there. I hear you long-term will feel so much better about that decision.
Okay.
I could tell by your voice, Kim number 2, that you really wanted this other house, didn't you?
Listen, I've been looking at houses too. I bet you were already laying out where the furniture was going, because I did that too.
You bunch of knuckleheads didn't hear what I went through last year? You didn't hear the ulcers?
We heard every day.
God.
We heard every single hour of every day.
I know some people go through some amazing moves, but the stress I had was almost breaking. Like, you're going to be so happy in your current house. So hang in there, Kim.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you have a great morning. Sandy joins the show this morning. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. Love your attitude. You want to tell Kim what's kind of going on with you?
So I was recently diagnosed with my own form of ILD, and I also have scarring on my lungs from my scleroderma, and I'm just wondering, I know it's in my future, but how long do I have till I'm on oxygen?
What's ILD, by the way, before we get Kim's answer? Can I, just for my curiosity?
If I'm saying it right, it's interstitial lung disease. Okay. So it's a mild lung disease.
I gotcha. So, Kim, I guess she just wants to know how long before she's needing oxygen.
Ooh, this one's heavy. I feel a lot of grief in your lungs, by the way. So I'm just going to tell you, look at any, just want to cry. Look at any sort of grief that you have in your life, because you're holding it in your chest. So I just feel really sad. Okay. Whew. As far as your question with the oxygen, early as next year. You can push it off maybe a couple years, but I keep getting next year sometime. The month is not like coming out on me, but I hear next year is the earliest.
Okay.
Now, no concrete date exactly on when Ozzy is going to be buried and when his funeral is going to be, but he wants his funeral to be a celebration. So the last couple of years of his life, as his health started failing, he, kind of admitted to everybody, he's like, I'm really a Christian, even though I, do all this stuff. I was the godfather or the father of metal, stuff like that. He told his family he wants a Beatles song to be part of his funeral. He said, also, you can prank people if you want and make it sound like there's noises coming from inside my coffin. And even if you want to go so far as to play some Justin Bieber music, I wouldn't mind.
That could be very therapeutic for the Osborne family, too. Just like, we're going to keep things fresh and fun and crazy, just like our loved one that just left. We're hearing a lot of really great things about this man. Yeah, he was a crazy, crazy rock and roll star, but that's what you expect.
He wants it to be a celebration. So I thought, all right, anybody else been to a weird funeral? And Mandy, you got through right away. What was going on at this one?
There was a guy that he was from the South, and he loved to play jokes on people, and he loved to pass gas on people to see their reaction.
Yeah.
So when he passed away, he had speakers periodically installed around the room. So as people were sitting there during the ceremony, these speakers were going off as if somebody was passing gas in different parts of the room.
I love it.
There was a lot of people that stopped crying and started laughing.
Well, especially now, what if it's like, but what if you're sitting in the pew? You ever had one of those where you just shift weight?
Yeah.
And one kind of, skips out? All of a sudden, you're thinking it's you.
Have you ever had it make that sound, but you didn't? And then you were like, no, I swear to God.
You blame it on the little elephant.
Try to recreate it, and it won't.
Linda, been to a weird funeral?
We don't know if it was actually the friend of ours who did the pranking or if he had somebody do it at his funeral. We're not sure exactly how this happened, but we went to our friend's funeral. He had passed away. And for some odd reason, as we were lowering him into the ground, his cell phone rang.
Oh.
So we were all kind of laughing about it, going, okay, he's not quite dead yet. He's letting us know he's leaving.
That's
the winner.
That's the winner. I like that one the most.
That would be a good one. And you be responsible for calling the phone and really creeping people out. I love the people that will hire someone to stand about 50 yards away in all black.
Dark sunglasses.
And then they run away. You wonder, what did our loved one do that would garner somebody's response like that?
I'm happy every day to still be married to a beautiful, smart woman because I think my life is really good and I'm happy with it. But the fear, when we talk about, things that are going on in pop culture, my fear of dating today would be ridiculous. Like, yeah. I'm undateable.
It's not just that. There are so many liars out there. There are so many people that are not happy with who they are that they have to show. And who doesn't want to show the best side of you, but they go above and beyond.
A fake side.
Where you show up and you're not who you are in your picture. And then not only do they have to deal with letting you down, but you're going to feel like crap. So it's like, why would you set yourself up for that?
So I lobbed the question out there, and your responses have been pretty good so far. I won't date them if let's say you're single. You're going to go out. Somebody approaches you. Hey, my cousin is single. I think you'd be a great fit for him. What would be your number one thing? I won't date them if they,
and I used to be a smoker, but I'm going to say smoke. And I
Most
get it.
Most popular answer today.
Yeah, I would just say it because I don't like that smell anymore, and I know that I smelled like that and probably tasted.
You get nose
like
deaf
that.
to it?
You do, absolutely.
When you're a smoker, do you smell other smokers on the street or if you walk by them in the store?
You don't smell yourself. You don't smell other people. I can't believe how my parents never smelled it on me. I was, unless they were just either in denial or I didn't get that closely to them, but like I probably smelled like cigarette smoke often.
Sam had commented, if they have a septum piercing, I won't date them if it's very specific.
That is.
With the septum piercing.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool on chicks.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, to each
I think
their
it's
own.
kind of cool. Some of the other popular answers coming through, if they don't, this one. If they don't act like a real man and take care of business.
Okay. I love a man's man. I do. And Derek, a lot of people say with his voice the way it is that he's not a man's man.
No, who
but
says that?
He takes care of his family. And that's a man's man to me. Somebody that just does stuff, that doesn't tell you he did stuff. I think that That's what a man's man is.
I won't date them if they blank. Holly said don't pay child support. Well, yeah, that should be a prerequisite. If you're not paying for the kids you already have. Then...
And that's a gift to know that up front. Because normally they'll say, that bee of a baby mama, she's taking me for all I'm worth. But you only hear one side.
Steph, I appreciate you calling and holding for so long. We know that you won't date a guy that makes less money than you, right? Is that the deal?
Honestly, no, I wouldn't. Look, I didn't go to college, and I grew up really traditional. I grew up watching my dad be the provider, being the breadwinner, and my mom took care of everything in the house.
Okay.
So how far can you get into a relationship before you blow it up if they don't make more money than you? You don't ask this on the first date, do you?
I mean, I have my deal breakers. I'm sorry. It's a non-negotiable. For me, it's about safety. It's a primal thing. I need to feel like the man can take care of me because I provide so much intangible goodness.
Yeah, financial security, though, goes both ways because what if it doesn't work out? What if he has an amazing job, sets you up for life, but then he cheats on you and he does terrible things and you want to leave? Then you have no money.
I clean him out. That's what the law.
Okay, I got to hit rewind here real quick. You said you provide, I think what you said was intangible goodness. Can you elaborate on that? Like what's something that's an intangible that you would provide?
Well, I mean, we're on the radio and I'm a lady.
Oh, sure. Okay, I get that. Well, you probably got a point then, I guess.
Yeah.
But
my heart, my sweetness, like beautifying the home, taking a house and making it a home. That's really only something a woman can do.
You're right. Nobody would ever cheat on a woman that picks out amazing paint colors or makes sure that she has food on the table every night. Like you gotta watch out for yourself.
Yeah, I hear you. But if we're married, when we get married, then I have the courts on my side.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Do you feel, and answer this, think about it. Do you feel like you have to babysit anybody around here?
Around here?
Yeah. Well,
no, I quit my job a few years back, and now I don't.
Babysitting,
it was adult babysitting 101.
So I did it
freaking day.
For 2 years. I did it in a managerial position, and it was soul crushing because when you have to make a list for somebody that is 4 decades old,
is an adult human. I
mean, it really. You're like, wow. What? And then you were privy at that level to people's salaries. And you're like, whoa, and you can't say anything.
That always got me, too, to see when some people make a tremendous amount of money for doing very, very little, always got to me. And then when they weren't willing to do anything extra, that was always a thing. For me, I'm really blessed now because, our team here is great. There's very little supervision needed. It's everybody understands their job. They want to do it at a high level, and with the right tools, they're able to do that. So my job is provide the right tools, filter down information, and it's super simple. I've got a really blessed situation.
So 70% of managers out there, and I hate picking on certain generations because I've worked with all generations and everybody has their foibles, but Gen Z, 70% of managers feel like they have to babysit them more than anybody else. That's 13 to 28. But I do have to say, when we took our trip to Nisswa and all of those stores downtown were employing kids of that age because they're all home from college, best service I've ever had. So like I said, I don't want to pick on certain generations, but some of the top things they said that they have to do, interacting appropriately with clients and coworkers, they have to constantly remind them and babysit that that's how you have to interact with people at work. Multitasking effectively. Can you teach multitasking? I feel like that's just embedded into your DNA. You just know how to do it.
It's kind of like work ethic.
Dressing appropriately for work.
Well, that's why people I know nobody likes a uniform, but that's ultimately why people wear uniforms at a lot of jobs, because you don't want to give it up to, if you have let's say you're working at a store, you're probably given a shirt, right?
Right.
That you're supposed to wear. Because, number one, people ahead of you made dumb decisions.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to babysit you and tell you every other day that's inappropriate.
You want to know something? When I started my job at Dairy Queen when I was 15 years old, I had to buy my 4 shirts.
Yeah, right. They came
and
out of your check.
my visor.
Yeah.
Which I thought was some BS.
But you got to keep it when you quit, right?
No, I didn't.
You had to give it back?
To give it back. Yeah.
And even though you paid for it?
And I paid for it. What am I going to do with it? Just wear it for Halloween.
For sure.
But, I might be the only person that had a problem with Target going away with the red and khaki. I liked the red and khaki. I knew who to ask the questions.
I'll tell you why they did that. It's because of people like me. I'd catch myself wearing it. Like, this happened to me after church 3 different times where I had khakis on and a red shirt, and somebody would be like, I'd be looking in the automotives. I'd be getting like Armor All or something.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, can you tell me where the diapers are? I'd point them in whatever direction I was looking. I had no idea where the diapers were.
Just close
That's
your
why.
eyes.
They just look for some. But why do you have to wear red and khaki?
I just liked it. I don't know. It was like the universal uniform for Target, and it just looked like it just looked better than
I disagree
what kids
with
get
this
to wear now.
this
People get
age
to wear
range for babysitting. I would say the older generation has to be babysat the most. Once you hit like 45, you start thinking every day about retirement.
Yep.
And some people get on cruise control so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And they just want to get to that 65 mark, which is now, 67 or 69 or something like that.
So I think if we can hammer it home early Gen Z, the 13, 14, like what is expected out there, we could have a chance at a really good workforce coming at us.
So I have a kid that age, right? He's 17, and he's got 2 part-time jobs this summer, plus ball and workouts and stuff like that. But it's weird to see, in his professional environment, he's not nearly the knucklehead he is in his real life.
And that's the case, though, right? You send your kids out to the world and all you get are compliments from other people.
Yeah.
They're so polite.
I'm like,
and
you're
then
sure you're talking about my kid?
my kid comes home and he puts his leg behind his ear and just rips one. I'm like, what kid are you getting? But I believe it, and that's promising.
Do me this. If you're in a managerial position, you're getting up, you're grabbing your first cup of coffee, what's the toughest age range to manage? I don't think it's young kids anymore.
Yeah,
I
I
think
see a
it's-
lot of 60-somethings mailing it in.
Yeah. I've
Even
worked my whole
mid-50s.
life for that. You owe me something. They get a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
I would just be curious. If you're a manager, what's the toughest age range for you to manage at your job? Just hit us with a quick text. I'd love to see what you're thinking. Friday morning, always a ton of fun here in the Playhouse when you join the live show, including a couple of mixes from our friend DJ Johnny D. They're both old school, and I guarantee you're going to love them. One at 7, one at 8. And when you hear at 8, you get a taco party pack from the Mexican Village downtown. So if your belly's growling, make sure and join the live show at 8 Friday morning. In the meantime, let's finish up the podcast.
We've got email.
So I get this email from Alex late yesterday afternoon. I'm like, I'm going to sit on this till today's show. Now, if you've been listening to us for a while, this was years and years and years and years ago. But Kat had mentioned on the show one time how when she goes grocery shopping, she'll just take a handful of grapes and eat them while she's shopping with no intent on
So
buying
you
the
make
rest
it
of the
sound like
grapes.
I'm not snacking. It's quality control. Am I getting the right ones? Am I getting too sour of grapes? Maybe I don't want that bunch.
So she walks by the grapes, she takes a handful, she eats them while she's shopping, and then she considers buying those grapes if she really, really likes them. Now, outside of any produce, can you do this with anything else? Can you do this with lamb chops?
You can't. I do not. Well, what would you do with meat? No. And I wouldn't
You do it
do
with
it
cereal? You open a bag of cereal, take a handful,
Nope.
and go, I don't know if I like those
with
golden grams.
something I have to unwrap. I do not do it. Huh? But if it is a thing of grapes, yes.
So you're saying, by your rationale, you could do this with oranges or apples?
Probably cuties. You could do cuties, but you can't put cuties back. That's what I'm saying. If it's wrapped up, I don't do it.
So
trail mix, yes. When you go like this, I just want to make sure it's got the right zing. I've done that, just like a little handful. My dad used to do that.
Doesn't mean it's right.
And I'm not telling people to do it. I'm saying I've done it before and I don't feel bad about it.
So you get this email from Alex. I'm just going to nutshell it. Hey, I've been listening to you guys for a long, long time, and I've never written or called the show, but I have to tell you about this. My new girlfriend does exactly what Kat does with grapes. Now, we've noticed that supermarkets have been packaging grapes in sealed bags. They really pack the bags. My girlfriend has no problem ripping one or two of them open and emptying half the bag into her hand to sample the grapes.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately thought of Kat and wondered if she still did this. Love your show, Alex.
I don't know what else I've done it with. Okay, I did it with one Brock's hard candy. Okay, and that's the one that got us called into the boss's office. but that I had to unwrap, that I did feel a little bit bad about.
So I'm thinking about, I don't know how many mom and pop supermarket chains there are still. Like the little town I grew up in, we had one, and now that turned into a bigger chain. But how much on an annual, if everybody took your mentality, how much would they lose annually because people want to do, what did you say, quote,
quality control.
Quality
you know what I
control
think is
issue.
More of a crime? How much produce is thrown out. So what is it to a grocery store if I try a couple of grapes? It's nothing to them. Because
you're not trying rotten grapes.
How would I even know? That's why I try it. I love grapes. I do. I love cotton candy grapes. I don't like red grapes. I wouldn't venture there. But I like to make sure that they're not squishy, that they're green and plump. And I can't think of anything that I do, but I am an eater shopper. Like if I find a bag of chips, I'll open it and eat it while I shop, because you're not supposed to shop on an empty stomach.
It's illegal. That's stealing.
I'm paying for it.
But
what do
you haven't
mean?
paid for it yet.
But I will. I have every intention of scanning that barcode so I can eat while I shop. It's mine now.
You know what I did the other day? I went and I went and I lived in a house for a week.
No, you didn't.
And because we were thinking about buying a new house, so I wanted to try that one out.
Never happened.
You know, I went and I stole a car off a car lot, and I just drove it around for a couple of days to see if I liked it first.
Cool.
None of this happens in the real world anywhere else.
I would never endorse that. I would never say that that would be a good idea.
But it's okay to rip open a bag of grapes, take a handful, not pay for them.
What if that bite is like, okay, yeah, these are delicious.
Buyer beware.
I don't know. And so many people shop and eat at the same time. So many people do it.
No, I've never seen anybody.
I've seen so many people do it. And especially if you have kids, yes, you open something up to shut them up.
So
you let them munch on
shopping
something
for a weekend barbecue. You see a big giant bag of Sun Chips, and you're like, oh, my son likes the cheddar Sun Chips. You'll get them. You'll put them in your cart. You'll open them. You'll start eating them.
Yeah. I would never put them back on the shelf. I don't know. I just think that you think I'm stealing stuff. I'm not stealing anything.
You absolutely are.
I would not be stealing those chips. I pay for those chips. I'm just hungry.
You don't always pay for the grapes or the Brock's candies.
I did the Brock's candy once. You've really extended this whole thing out for 19 years.
Listen, he's the guy that emailed me. I want to know if anybody else thinks that they're a rational human being and lives among these lines. I would love to hear your argument for opening a bag of chips halfway through grocery shopping, eating them, and then taking them to the... What do they say at the counter?
I'm texting your wife. Your wife has never eaten anything while she's shopping.
Not with me. I would blow that up and I would call security immediately. This is now being called by texters the Great Grape Debate. So we get this email from a guy named Alex who's been listening to the show for a long, long time. Self-admittedly, he said, I've never called, I've never written you guys, but my new girlfriend is doing what Kat says she does and grabbing handfuls of grapes while we're shopping. She'll rip open the bag, grab a handful of grapes, and eat them while we're shopping. And then we found out today, Kat not only does that, but she'll take a bag of potato chips, rip it open, snack on them while she's shopping. She tried to text my wife, hey, do you ever do this? My wife shut her down right away because gross.
I'm done with her.
Jason, would you ever do something like this, like rip open a bag of chips and eat them while you're shopping? Even if you're going to pay for them later, you're not eating them now, are you?
You know, I've actually had to do it out of necessity.
Oh, you were starving to death.
Diabetic.
Oh, you're diabetic.
There.
So that was one of the ones that was texted
Diabetic.
in. They said, unless you have diabetes or some disease that requires it. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to. I was shopping for groceries, regular grocery run, and all of a sudden I felt my blood sugar start going down.
Yeah.
And it's either open up a thing of cookies and eat some or face plant on the floor. And I figure people would rather have me eating cookies instead of tripping over me.
But I mean, you would have paid for them.
Yes. Definitely pay for them.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't open up any sealed item without the intention of paying for it.
Grapes you do.
So it's not stealing. I can name on my hand all the times that I've done it.
Still, you do it, and you're condoning it. That's the worst. I mean, how do you feel
I would
about,
not care if I saw someone
How
do
do
it.
you feel about non-diabetic people cheating the grocery store like this?
So in Kat's defense, at a big box store just the other day, I bought some strawberries, and in their big walk-in cooler, it's kind of dimly lit. I bought a couple of cartons of strawberries, and only to bring them home, and they were rotten. So in Kat's
that's
defense,
on you, dummy.
I can totally...
Yeah, you should have looked them over.
That's on you. You can't defend Kat stealing grapes because you bought 2 bags of bad strawberries.
I love that you're coming to my defense, but truly, like if you open them up, you examine them, and if you take a little bite, make sure that it's the consistency. I don't see anything wrong with it. But someone's saying like grapes is stealing because you pay by weight, and that is true. I'll give them that. But
I'll give them that as well.
Yeah.
But I wish I would have looked close. Exactly. I wish I would have looked closer at the strawberries. Maybe tasted one that was in a carton.
No,
not by
you
weight.
can't do that. That's stealing.
Yeah, you can.
I just don't understand. This is such a black and white issue to me. Jason, I appreciate you calling, but you're still wrong. I hope you have a great day.
All right.
All right, bye.
Take care. I appreciate it.
Rachel says, Kat's right about eating while shopping with kids. I've opened cookies, granola bars, and paid for it at the register. Once again, that's a victimless, quote, crime. It's not even a crime. You pay for it. So,
I'm disappointed in all of you today. Thank you for letting us be part of your morning. It's Kat and JJ and the lovely and adorable Riley. How are you, Riley?
Good. How are you?
Good. You had mentioned off the air that you had just dropped at least one kid off at daycare. How many youngins you got?
Yes, I have 3.
3. Are you as miserable as I am?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting pretty eager to end the summer and start school.
Isn't that crazy how, like, the beginning of the summer, you're like, I can't wait to be outside. You hit about the middle of July, and you're like, when do these kids go back to school?
I love the time with my kid, but it's like always trying to think of stuff to do to get out of the house and make the most of the summer. And then you're like, I just want like a solid schedule. That just makes me happy.
Well, we'll give you a chance to break away and enjoy the Renaissance Festival here if you win these tickets. And we're going to go back to Renaissance days, where if you and I were to have a dispute over property, we could either do Rochambeau, where 2 guys just kick each other in the junk until one dies, or since we can't kick you, we could do rock, paper, scissors.
Rochambeau is rock, paper, scissors, right?
I've always, when I was growing up, it was always you kick each other in the nuts until somebody died.
Where did you grow up?
Riley, haven't you heard that before? Isn't that Rochambeau?
Rochambeau is rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, boy.
So you guys were just kicking each other in the nuts for no reason.
Where I grew up, listen, it happened almost weekly in my neighborhood, where 2 guys, instead of fist fighting, you would just kick each other in the crotch until somebody couldn't get up, and then that's how you won.
Riley, us ladies are winning.
I know girls don't understand this, but that was a man's way of settling a dispute. So it's simple. Kat is...
We've had someone in my school lose one of his things because of that.
He lost a nut?
Was it kicked inside or like it burst open?
I don't even know. All I know is he got kicked pretty hard. He fell to the ground, and he was out in an ambulance.
That is so tragic. And at that age, they don't think about, one day I'm going to meet the love of my life and we're going to want to have a family. They're just kicking each other down there when they're younger and not thinking of their future self.
You don't know how long you could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
live for today.
Let's get you to the Renaissance Festival.
Like I've always said, Riley, live for today. So Kat is well known as the world's rock, paper, scissors champion. And so what you are going to do is compete against Kat 2 out of 3. If you win at least 2 out of 3, you and whichever kids you want to take or anyone else go into the Renaissance Festival. It's pretty simple. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, shoot, and then you throw down rock, paper, or scissors. And since we can't see you, you'll have to do it verbally. You win 2 out of 3, and you're going. Any questions?
I don't think so. Let's go.
Well, let's get it started. Kat, you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Paper.
Scissors.
Hey! Okay. Sorry. Whoa, wrong button. Yep. She's a winner. She's a winner. Riley, I have to tell you, you're very, very skilled at rock, paper, scissors. And your skill can get you free tickets for the Renaissance Festival if you win this. This is for the dub. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Rock.
Paper.
Oh, look at this girl. Look at her. What a winner. What creeps you out?
So the other day I'm at the gas station and I'm like, I got a little bit of a drive, so I'm going to go ahead and get gas, get my Karuba Nitro Cold Brew.
Did you pay for it this time, or did you just say, I'm Kat, I get it free?
Nope.
Okay.
I paid for it. But then I'm like, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick before I do all that. So I go to the bathroom And this little girl and her mom were waiting outside of the stall, and there was like a crack. How many inches is that? You'd know. What is that? Half an inch. So all I see is this little girl, and we're staring at each other. Like a normal like adult would be like, oh, no, I'm a little bit too into this. And they'd move over, but she just like stared at me and would not break. And I'm like.
So you're doing your business on the toilet.
I couldn't.
Oh. Yeah,
I was like.
She scared you straight.
Well, I'm like staring right at her. And then I did like this, like
that's even creepier.
I wiggled my fingers, like hoping she'd be like, whoop, like that, and then shy away. She didn't. That girl did not break eye contact.
If your pants are around your ankles, never wave at someone.
Well,
that should be a rule that's taught in school.
Well, I didn't think I'd have to get to that point, but I figured maybe me acknowledging her would scare her into maybe just scooching over a little bit, but. And then I opened my stall door and she just kept watching me walk over to the water. And she must have been like 3.5, 4 years old. And I'm like, you are a creepy little kid. She's like a Megan doll.
So what creeps you out as kids?
Kids that stare at me going to the bathroom. Yeah, that's a little strange. But what creeps you out?
Most people are going to say spiders or snakes or something like that. For me, it's very, very simple. I'm around a baseball field probably 90% of the summer. But it's people who chew the seeds. The whole thing.
Yes.
When they just chew them, like you crack it open in your mouth, you eat the little seed, you spit out the other parts. You want to suck all the salt
along the way didn't teach them the right way. Those are the people that eat the kiwi skin too, the furry brown part.
Savages.
They don't belong out with us.
What creeps you out? Again, minus the spiders, the snakes, black mold. By the way, why does the whole studio smell like it's got black mold in it?
It's very thick, isn't it?
It's dank.
I think
in here. It smells
I have
like a prison.
something. This is always like, I got to go to the doctor.
I told you sneeze way too much here every day. For sure you're affected by something. Anyways, I wanted to bring Sophia on real quick because there's something that creeps you out and you steer clear of it.
Never trust people that have two different colored eyes. I've actually met two different people with one brown eye and one blue eye, and they were the worst. Never trust them.
I don't think I can say that I've ever met someone with two completely different colored eyes. Maybe like a lighter green and a blue, which would be two different colored eyes. But you've met these people at two separate points in your life, and they both did you wrong.
Yes, they did. They both did. So they're the worst kind of people. Don't ever trust them.
Okay, so we chalked that up on the list. So people with different colored eyes, cats wigged out by multiples, and creepy little kids.
Yes, I didn't mention multiples.
I can't do people that chew their sunflower seeds whole. But what else creeps you out? Like, again, getting away from insects or something like that. What's on your list? Kat had a little girl as she stopped for gas the other day and used the restroom, just kind of creeping in the little gap inside the stall, staring her down. Kat was waving at her, so that got even weirder. But you realize that little kids just creep you out.
Yeah, she wouldn't break stare. So I started number one, and then I was getting my toilet paper ready, and I glance over, and I just felt something.
Where's her mom in all this?
Midstream, right next to her. So her mom couldn't see that this little girl had visual of me, I think, but I mean, normally, and then I tried to acknowledge her by wiggling my fingers like, hey, I see you watching me do my business. And she just didn't even care. So, but I wonder what she was thinking.
People that creep me out also are people that don't even smile when somebody says something funny. When they just look at people deadpan, like they never laugh.
Maybe it wasn't funny.
I had two ball players that played for us this summer that never spoke to begin with. Like they rarely spoke unless you asked them a direct question. But then our guys would be joking around in the dugout and having fun and stuff, and everybody'd be laughing except for these two that would just look at them.
I appreciate people like that because when they do laugh, you know that it was funny.
But if they never laugh, then nothing's ever funny. Like that's a rough way to go through life if you're never going to smile or laugh.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Bill, what creeps you out, man?
Okay, so this is kind of weird. I have a side gig where I transport bodies for the medical examiner.
Yeah.
So only suspicious deaths, things like suicide, homicide, overdose. But that's not what creeps me out. One night when I first started that job, I had for some reason got back to the funeral home with the van and made the decision to not turn on the lights. So I had my flashlight in my mouth, and I'm walking through the funeral home, and there's caskets and there's all kinds of things, but I had to walk through the embalming room, and it was like the Blair Witch Project, I swear to God. And so then I walked through the office, and they have a printer that's motion detector, so when I walked by, that kicked on.
Oh, my God. I just know I would never be in that situation. I would have all the lights on. I wonder why you chose to not have the lights on. Have you seen Mortician?
I don't know. I'll never do that again.
So you have the job.
But the thing of it is, I can go there during the day, and it's just business like usual. It's a clean, professional, business.
Right.
But just for some reason, at 2 a.m, if you're ever going to do a haunted house, that's the place.
So I got to ask, Bill, you sound like a reasonable, normal kind of dude. What leads you into accepting the job to transport bodies? Like, where were you at, like, oh, man, I really don't like my accounting job anymore. I want something a little more spicy.
Is it the pay? The pay's got to be pretty good.
No, it was a weird way that it happened, and I didn't really sign up for that. But my background's criminal justice.
Okay.
JJ, we've talked before. Talked before when you asked who loves their job, and I do bounty hunting and private investigation.
Okay.
But just the criminal background of mine, most of these scenes that I'm going to are crime scenes.
Yeah.
Or at least,
Do you offer help when it's not needed?
No, it's not my job to investigate, but obviously I have my eyes open.
Yeah.
And so...
How many bodies a week, by the way, are you transporting?
It's just Stearns County, so me and one other guy probably do a couple a week.
And you're like on call all the time then, right? 3 a.m., the phone rings, you got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Interesting.
Do you ever have like an interesting tagline before you leave a room? Like, I'll solve any crime by dinner time.
Clean up on aisle 5.
No,
okay.
Nothing like that.
You should.
Well, you can use it.
Then everybody will know who you are, and they'll ask for you specifically then.
But I also want to have you watch the Hulu show Mortician, because you do a job that's in that show that got people into a lot of trouble.
I feel like she's setting you up for a fail here, Bill. I wouldn't do that.
No, I want you to win in life.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I appreciate you checking in. That's crazy interesting stuff. And when we always have an interesting call like that, Jessica, it's going to be tough to live up to I was walking through the dank funeral home at 2 a.m. in the morning when the copier kicked down story. But what creeps you out?
Yeah, hi. My cat, when he randomly just faces off or stares out at the wall and there's nothing over there, and he just keeps watching. And you're like, hey, what are you looking at?
Think he's seeing a ghost?
I don't know. And I'm like, turn all the lights on, not freak out and scare my kids.
Where you live right now, have you ever done any research as to could it be a spirit?
I'm out in the country, but no, I have not done research on my house, but it's close to 100 years old, part of the house.
So, Jessica, what's more creepy, you walking into a room and seeing a child staring into a corner with nothing there, or your cat?
Well, probably the child just randomly staring. That would creep me out.
I do this a lot. I got to be honest with you. At this point in my life, there's several times throughout the day that I'll catch myself just staring into a corner.
Yeah, facing off.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I'm just ready for everything. You know what I mean? I just want to see what's going on.
When I see him do that, I like to walk up.
It's 103.1 Radio M. You got Kat and JJ. Yesterday during the show, we had this long list going of things that just genuinely creep you out. And I know you weren't able to get through yesterday, but what do you got for us this morning?
Anything that, would be considered filthy, like head lice, cockroaches, bed bugs, stuff like that.
That's pretty normal. I don't think that's like exceptionally weird or anything like that. But like, even if you just are dusting, does that like make it for a bad day if you got to clean the house?
Oh yeah.
Well, so if I just tell my wife it really, really creeps me out and gives me the heebie-jeebies, I could get out of cleaning?
I doubt it.
Oh, probably. Same. But
Try it.
has this been a lifelong thing, or did this settle in when you became an adult?
More so when I became a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're scared of those things crawling into your children?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lice thing for sure. The lice thing just really skews me out. We had this kid come over to our house to play with Liam when he was younger, and then we left the next day to like Wisconsin Dells or something. And then we get a text the next day, late in the day. Hey, we just realized that our son has lice. Just wanted to give you a heads up. So all I pictured was for the 4 days that we were going to be gone, it would just be festering all over.
You guys are all going to have to shave your heads when you get home?
Yeah, it was just, ugh. So I'm with you on that one.
All right.
Yeah, and if we go to a hotel or something, I will literally check the beds to make sure there's no bed bugs.
Yeah, that's just smart.
I just like rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mindy. Have a great morning.
It freaks me out. Thank you.
Take
too.
care. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Sarah?
I'm good.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. Are we bothering you?
No, you're good.
Okay. Is it, by the way,
just
Sarah
driving.
Sarah with an A or Sarah with an H?
With an H always.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello, my name is Sarah. That's Sarah with the H. Too bad if you don't like that, because haters gonna hate.
All right. Everybody's getting creeped out this morning by what creeps you out. So what do you got for us?
So when I was a kid, I used to go visit my grandparents, and I had an older brother that stayed there, and he was into like snakes and tarantulas, scorpions, and I would wake up and he would have them in my bed.
Oh my God. Worst brother ever. How would it wake you up? Like slither up, or would he just kind of tap your face so you'd wake up and the tarantula's right there on your pillow?
Oh, it was awful. He would put them in my bed. They would be all over. It was the worst feeling ever. So now I can't even see them on the TV.
What's the problem of a human being that does that? And I'd say 90% of human beings are going to be scared of a tarantula. Why would you ever do something like that?
What a heathen.
He was just like an awful, awful person. Like anything to torture me, he was all about.
How is he as an adult now?
He still has like tarantulas, snakes, scorpions.
He's the Scott
But I
Farkas
don't
of your life.
Go visit.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's a bad human quality. I'm sure he's a nice guy and a great Christian and everything like that. But you put a spider in my bed, we're probably going to fight.
Yeah, that's not funny.
I used to lock myself in my grandparents' room, and when they would come home from lunch, I would beg them to take me back to work with them.
It was that bad. My God. All right. So
it was awful.
Little PTSD with this whole thing?
A little bit.
I gotcha. Hey, thanks for checking in. I hope you have a great day today.